Oh my goodness. Alright. We're doing the bonus stream thing, so I'm just going to turn it over. I'm not going to worry about it too hard here. Hey guys, how you doing? I am running some Nightwave grind.
All about incentivizing.
So, at the moment I'm working on Railjack stuff, but operating under the why do one thing at a time theory, we'll be doing Railjack stuff combined with a bunch of other stuff. Whoop. Abort. Stop. Somebody move my void storm. Yeah, alright. In that case, we'll get it over to friends only and keep working on the mines, because, you know, okay, one thing at a time, but I really don't want to deal with other people if I'm doing side objectives. Which we will be. Hey, CLZ, how you doing?
Housekeeping. Cap ship. Sweep and clear.
Where am I? What am I doing? There it is. Of course the side objective is, like, directly away from the main objective. Why wouldn't it be? I still think the Railjack sounds like a propeller airplane. I want to get outside of the thing and just, you know, find the big old props running on the side.
Mine in this sector. All Corpus craft.
And yeah, I expect when you're a week out.
Do not get turned around in there.
So they're going, what gun am I using? It's the wrong one. Try again. There we go. That's the one that has radiation damage on it. Under the why work on one problem at a time theory. I love the new core because it's got the giant goofy chained energy like death thing going on. Yeah, I just killed that dude behind me. Ugh, this stupid machete thing makes me sad. I'll be glad to be done with it later.
Shiny.
Oof, I did not really get properly settled before I sat down and started playing. Catch the shield. If we did.
We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes. Disable all priority targets.
Okay, looks like the other gunner's got the... Yep. Got the nodes, so I can concentrate on keeping threats off us.
Locating breaching points.
Except they apparently can't hit it. Try again. Here we go.
Corpus Marines.
Hey, yes, Taylor, how you doing?
Board a cruise ship and engage them hand to hand. Alert. Enemy cruise ship on scope.
And the real question of the day is the AI pilot competent enough to steer me back at a cruise ship?
Arming torpedoes.
No.
Locking on to their signature. Firing.
Get out of the chair.
Target.
If you can't aim at the actual objective, you don't get to fly the ship. Hi there, what are you? Of course, now I have to reorient. Cruise ship's over here. Damaged one is up there. There we go. Slide around. There we go. Got the disc. And now it's wide open for the main guns.
Launch torpedoes.
Really?
Evade that.
I kicked you out for a reason. Hey, answer behind it. Don't mind me, our NPC crew pilot is being an idiot.
Let's take
Yeah, the trouble is I can't put them on the main gun
Launch
either.
drag sleds. Priority targets neutralized. Next up, capital ship.
So, you know, I end up with two positions I don't have covered that I need to be covering both of.
Lotus will take it from here.
I think there's a way to rename Warframes, but I am definitely not going to suddenly start allowing chat to rename my Warframes. That way lies madness. And having a frame labeled Framey McFrameface.
You failed to prevent the Tenno from boarding. Intercept them at once!
That guy, instead of sounding the alarm, was taking cover behind the alarm console. I don't know how he thought that'd work, but it was kind of great. But yeah, I am just not yet prepared to pilot the USF Framey McFrameface in the battle. Particularly because renaming shit in Warframe tends to cost actual real money. With the exception of things like the Kit Bash pets. Somebody just snuck up on me real good. Hi there. Please hold your position. The girl will be with you shortly. And no, this is not my sound bugging out. The Banshee has a thing which suppresses sound in a wide area and screws up enemies. And you can tell exactly the moment it wears off because it's like your eardrums uncringing. What I really need today is for one of those minion Vegas drops I've been trying for to finally drop. Yeah, I heard you.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Okay, I do have to be hiding in the void thing for that to work. Check that out though, I've got a heal from my pilot form now. Finally finished up one of the reputation grinds to start that arcane out. Oh goodness. Not the only one I still need to finish. Because I still don't have the Quill reputation done, but that's because it's all Eidolon based, and I have not been very good historically at doing the Eidolon fights. That was the sound of Nubor finally giving up the ghost. And unfortunately the Tenora is a weapon I'm leveling, so it's, well, it tries real hard. But you know, Warframe, what it is, I'm always leveling something.
Tagging vessel for salvage. Plotting exit corridor. Take 5.
So the question is, will we pull from probably that relic from the, yep, certainly that relic from this side objective. By way of pulling multiple objectives at once, what I'm doing is running railjack missions for Nightwave while farming a particular drop out of the side objectives in this exact railjack mission, although it could be anyone on Neptune, because they drop a piece for one of the Sentinel pets I haven't finished leveling.
Job well executed.
Target vessel marked. Standard, sweep, and clear. Make ready to board.
You know, there's not usually that much maneuvering in the railjack. We had a little Star Wars moment right there. So I don't know what the ice mine is doing, then it has the attachment shooting a little column of fire into space every so often. But it's very impressive.
Terminate them. Priority 1. Reading nearby ice mine. Latino has exited the railjack. You are in. Stay in touch.
Well, that miner is dead. That was a whole lot of tenno to be landing on him at once. Just reloading at a dead sprint down a hallway, as you do. I've been talking off and on with Mordax because he is thinking about writing RPG rules again. And one of the things we were talking about in going through a bunch of his notes the other day was the idea of scope and scale for characters. And I keep realizing playing this game how, like, vastly out of both of those things the Warframe characters really are compared to a lot of other characters and genres. Because, like, you'd think in most reasonably well-designed systems, attempting to reload and fire at a dead sprint behind you while running directly away from the enemy at full sprint speed would be at least the slightest bit difficult. This would presumably be, you know, expressed as some sort of penalty in most systems. In Warframe, it's just one of those things you do. And I can definitely think of games I've played where you would have to... You could probably reload while walking, but not while sprinting. You can probably reload while not moving.
Gunnery crews, launch torpedoes. Disable priority targets prior to boarding the capital ship.
Yeah, actually, it's one of the very few things about it which annoys me, but the spectacle is tough to beat. And I hit a point somewhere where I was actually enjoying the story, and this is despite the story. I mean, let's face it, the story is weird, the story does not answer any questions. They delight in that thing of not answering the questions.
Tenno disembarking.
But, you know, I hit a point where it had grown on me, and so, here I am still doing, I don't know.
Lotus on the line. Handing off. Crew, good luck.
Eliminate all Corpus threats.
Though, as I've said any number of times, and you have said any number of times, in very different phrasing, I think, I don't expect anything I play to be everyone's cup of tea.
If those Tenno are not eliminated, there will be no bonuses for anyone.
So we finished the radiation objective, so let's just go right over to the stop giving a fuck about whether they live or they die or how. And just, you know, break out the mech, because we just didn't have enough firepower going on before. I could probably still find a few things to muster up that much energy about, but not many. Probably not anything gaming-wise. No, that's not true. I can name one or two things gaming-wise I could still muster up that much energy about, but they were specifically created to be hate sense, so... maybe that's cheating. And yes. Very much exactly that. Shield, put the overshield back up. You can crossfire from somewhere. There you go. Really? You stopped shooting long enough to hit the alarm? I feel sad about shooting that guy. He was their brightest mind. I could see that. And I could definitely see him being the sort of person who would make the comment about it. I have a guy who I still very much appreciate as a person, who I don't watch his stream anymore. To the point of having unfollowed it to avoid the temptation, because as much as I love the dude, he is always unhappy on his streams, and it's like, I'm going to just move this out of my immediate day-to-day. I have been doing better. This takes a lot of work. I have been legit and actually, honestly, not unhappy lately. It's weird. I was so used to being miserable and depressive all the time that I didn't even notice I wasn't. But someone made a comment during the last week about how they really appreciated me being super positive and keeping everyone's spirits up on a thing. And my brain just went, I'm sorry, what? You're describing me? And then, like, I had a couple of hours of self-analysis this week on this subject. Because it didn't compute, you know, initially. My brain was like, no, I'm a depressive. I'm not the happy person. How is that happening? But, you know, I've had a chance to notice this week that I'm genuinely doing better, and coming out and hanging out with you guys and having people to talk to is definitely a part of it. Probably a big part of it, guys. As much as in a lot of ways I think I'd be very happy as a hermit, I also know I'd also be a little miserable as a hermit.
Notifying scavenger crews. The locals send their thanks.
Congratulations, you win internal bleeding. That's not a good prize.
Another job well executed.
I think a big chunk of the problem with the Hermitage is to do anything like it far enough away from people, I would have to live somewhere where services would be a problem.
Training exercise. Clear out that ship.
And yeah, I still remember that quest vividly, Thaylor. Ew. Also, I don't know what turned Helios up here invisible, but, the invisible see-through pet there is really weird looking.
Ice mine on a scope. This is
That thing where we remembered we had the extra boost just in time to crash directly into the ice mine. Good work, team.
You are in. Eyes open.
You know, I'd got a piece of Shade Prime today. I hadn't realized it was a thing that existed. I also got my last piece for Mag Prime today. Yeah, maybe we should turn the weak spots on. There we go. Yeah, I'm just standing there taking it. That is really dumb. I don't know why I'm fighting the big entire crowded room either. That is maybe not a smart life choice. Get out of the rail. Alright. Spend a second, heal the frame up. That option makes me so happy.
We can use that.
Mr. Scott, one to beam up.
Fighter!
We can just safely assume that the mission objectives will include a cruise ship again. Even on the off chance they don't, blowing it up is funny. Hey! Stupid pilot.
Let's make this personal. Send in a cruise ship.
I'm going to replace him with another gunner. I'm going to redo my entire arrangement
Powering
of
weapons.
mods and stuff to be a
Firing
pilot.
torpedoes. Locking onto their signature.
Just because my
Firing.
stupid pilot is stupid.
Crew.
The objective is the other way!
Before hitting that
Where are you going? Now imagining a comm chatter. The shortcut is this way.
Altering
The
tactics.
objective is the other
Launch
direction.
sleds.
Alright. Nope, nope, nope. I've had enough. We're doing this the other way.
Dropping Tenno.
You stay with the ship, I'm getting shit done.
Torpedoes.
I've got a
launched.
grenade launcher and an attitude problem, and I can solve this problem.
Firing.
Very much so.
Proceed to your primary objective. This is not a drill.
Oh my goodness.
Off to Tenno Coordinator Lotus. See you on the other side.
Eliminate all Corvus threats.
I'm really up a little high to be doing things with this dainty little leveling gun on a support
Locate the
frame.
intruders and kill them.
Although the enemy are notoriously bad at shooting you when you're invisible. Where are these muscle flashes coming from? What happened to Ralph? We didn't pull down, we're taking cover from that turret that I didn't see. Yeah, that. Except it wasn't seeing those either. All it really got to see was the lightning bolt hit, and only briefly. Alright. Oh, that would have worked a lot better if I had the energy to pull it off. Okay, so back out. Drop, oh, I don't know, the arc gun. Because yes, heavy weaponry, thank you. Have nice food. I was not feeling up to going grocery shopping today, so we ended up ordering pizza. Hey, you make happy face. How you doing? Let's drop the arc gun and just go the whole 9 yards and pull out the necromech instead. Same gun, now just mounted to the mech. Mostly because when I was trying to level the Kuvayenga on the necromech, it was really awkward. I've been seeing a lot of folks streaming bits and pieces of Age of Wonders 4. I don't remember why I feel like the Age of Wonders series was not my game, and now I feel a little weird about that. No, I got nothing. Yeah, I was assuming something like that. It had just definitely been very noticeable across a couple of 3 streamers who all do a tactical type genre thing in the sphere. A couple of folks who I watch for Warhammer 3, Total Warhammer 3, oddly enough. Because as much as I haven't been playing that game much lately, I've still been paying attention to people playing it. Plus, listening to someone do a WOG in the background is just relaxing somehow. Don't ask me why. Ah, the soothing noise of orcs. Way, way over there. Yeah, I've definitely been impressed by the quality of the Chaos Dwarf update, mostly with a couple of notable exceptions. Apparently the Chaos Dwarves are not well integrated into other races' racial mechanics. So, like, you've got the one legendary lord who has the whole thing going on where he takes people prisoner and, like, gets resources and stuff that way. And yeah, the Chaos Dwarves, you just take them prisoner and they just stay in your prison and nothing happens. Whoop. So because when you get transference killed, it backs you out to your warframe, we're now way back in the level from where we were. I think. Yeah, now I'm not sure, because I was seeing dudes right here. Did they change that? Oh yeah, alright, that makes more sense. That beam just sweeping in from behind me. Yeah, there you are. stupid nullifier enemies.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
I am ignoring you. Yeah, we can see bits and pieces of mayhem that got left behind when we came through earlier. I think any game after a couple of years of not playing can really be that way. FF14 was very jarring after a couple of years out. Yeah, there's the Necromex sitting there.
No life signs. Vessel is clear. Closing out this file.
Yeah, I can really believe you. Internal bleeding again. Not what we were going for. I am getting the wrong stuff from the side content here. Yeah, no, the problem is to tend to my pilot problem. What I really need to go do is go buy one. And then I'll want to go buy one of the good ones, and that will mean camping ticker for like the next 8 weeks or some shit. For one that I both have the money for, haha, and also the right other bits and pieces and
Target
bobs.
vessel is high value. The crew is not. Sweep and clear.
Now I need to go through my stuff and see if he's good enough to throw in a turret instead. Because if he is, I can just do that for now. I am going the wrong way.
Whose territory this is.
That's what happens when you're piloting while talking.
Reading nearby ice mine.
Make a point of taking the guns out on the mine before we hop out. Because, you know, I just don't feel like being shot on the way out.
Tenno deployed. Do not get turned around in there.
I, happened to check on the Forma number a little earlier today in the cafe face, and I'm that guy who, like, always grabs Forma blueprints when I see them in relic missions if there's not something I really strongly care about on the relic. So if it's just a bunch of uncommons and a Forma, I'll grab that. And I just, you know, made a point of keeping up logging in every day, picking up my login reward, and rotating whatever I had building in the builder without actually doing much playing. And so I've got close to 100 Forma at the moment, which is really way too much. Hey, Dragon House. On the other hand, it means I can, you know, start working on actually leveling the giant stack of Kuva weapons I was holding in storage. Mostly we're shooting this man because it's funny. Yeah, the potatoes is actually the thing that, like, really is the thing I need many more of. Also, that I get why that particular terminology, I do. But once in a while, my brain just rebels at the whole, why are they called potatoes thing.
Looks like my time. Gunnery crews, launch torpedoes. Disable priority
upgraded
targets prior
ones
to boarding the capital
are,
ship.
I guess all of them, yeah, but the ones that you actually apply to the warframes and weapons are frequently referred to as potatoes. I don't know if the cells also. Why are you stopping right over the cannon batteries?
Deploy a cruise ship.
You're being ridiculous again.
The enemy have called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving. Launch ram sleds. Kill them hand to hand. Intruder alert. Full squad. Small arms.
That sounds like something I should be looking at.
Amateurs off my ship. Launch torpedoes. Let's see them evade that.
Instructions carried out.
You're shooting at the hull. Why are you shooting at the hull? I gave you a perfectly nice gun. What did the hull do to you? Are you trying to shoot him through the entire bulkhead? Maybe it's not just the pilot.
Eliminated. Ship secured.
Alright, yeah, let's just go visit the other cruise ship, because I don't feel like waiting for our pilot to clue in. Whoop, 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 whoop. Two. Whoop, overshot. Knock knock, Ninja Avon calling.
We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes.
One and two. And three. Wait patiently.
That ship is nothing without its crew.
And now we go.
Launch ram sleds.
There's really no need to be aboard here. I'm going from here directly onto the objective. I did that, and that kind of destroyed cruise ship.
Torpedoes locked. Target in range.
There we go.
Fired. Crew.
Also, why is the boarding pod chasing me instead of the railjack?
Time for the main event. Lotus
Just while we're
will
asking
take
really
it from
ridiculous
here.
questions.
Good luck.
I do not want to be
Eliminate
boarded.
all Corvus threats.
You let them get on board. Do not compound your failure by leaving them alive.
One downside to the Necromech is it does not have hands to do things like push buttons or hack things. I love this thing, it's ridiculous. I should probably be switching it up and doing some other objectives, but we've got the one farming objective here that just seems very straightforward to stick on for a bit, since we've got to do 8 railjack missions anyway. It's a lot. The good news for that is railjack missions are actually pretty great money. I don't know if, like, credit per hour they're the best money in the game or not, or what. Or what is. And I suspect if you ask 5 different players that question, you'll get 5 different answers. For my money, with a competent team, the answer is probably running the Profit Taker orb on Venus. But that fight is loud, complicated, and annoys me. Because there always seems to be someone who doesn't understand the gimmick. It's also one of those fights that you bring your A game to, and I'm not sure I have my A game today. I am definitely a little off it. Which is about 50% of the reason we're doing this tonight instead of continuing the Star Wars run, even though it's a bonus stream. The other 50% is because it is a bonus stream, and I didn't want to start doing something with recurring plot that we've been working on a night I don't usually stream, and have people go, "What did I miss? Oh no, when were you on?" Get back in there, Necromag. I didn't said to do this the other way. There we go.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
No, now out of Necromag and into the Warframe. Thank you. You are really pushing it right now, lady. There we go. The hold time on those laser grids when the cameras can't see you is sort of irritating. You know, briefly irritating in this game of things. Also, in Turbulated, I don't think I caught the reference there.
Notifying scavenger crews. The locals.
But I really feel like I should have. Meso Relic. I guess at least that's not internal bleeding. Oof, Dragon House. Yeah, I could see it.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Somewhere in this process, the Voyager finished capping out.
Command ship in sector. Depopulated.
And we're getting a bunch of pick and show pieces of things I don't actually care about at the moment.
Railjack interfering. Deal with it. Disable all priority targets.
Dad, I'm going for a secondary objective first. You can't stop me, I'm flying this ship.
Fire torpedoes. Looks like the Corpus
We're just gonna
have
park
an
right here.
ice mine in this sector. You are in.
I mean, I could bust out the Necromancy frame. We could go grab Necros. I'm not good enough with him to be soloing, but it'll be funny, briefly. Also, one of those little things I have been managing to consistently forget throughout this process is that successive railjack missions don't restore your energy. So I've basically been running on a Banshee with no powers for like 3 successive runs of this now. Which is about as effective as you'd think it would be from the sound of that.
Torpedoes, locking on to their signature, firing.
What's worse than soloing a support frame? Soloing a support frame with no powers. Yeah, Necros was a well and true pain in the ass to finish farming. Not as bad, I should add, as Citron is right now, but her farm is a special grind. And I say that as someone who just finished farming Ash under the current system. And who farmed Harrow under the old one. No, Banshee is just what I'm running around in. It was one of those things where I happened to be running around in a frame and didn't feel any particular reason to change it, and now I'm starting to. If you mean my pilot focus Taylor, it's Naramon. And I need to I'm working on finishing it out before I change it.
Target purged.
Because I am not actually very happy with Naramon, but at this point I'm like 2 abilities from done with the whole category. Let go too early. I let go too early and then the pilot turned it away.
Torpedoes.
Dude, you're a jerk.
We tread the self-same void. In the spaces between, we shall learn the truth.
Yeah, I know several people who did use the disposable income farming method. I don't judge them. In some cases, I envy them.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
But, you know, I have time and not money, and so that is the thing I'm spending.
Launching ram sleds. Strategic targets eliminated. Time for the main event. Ateno has exited the railjack. Gunnery crews, launch torpedoes. Handing off to Tenno Coordinator Lotus. See you on the other side.
Eliminate all Corpus threats.
If I wasn't soloing, I'd think about staying out of the necronex and, like,
Kill them.
actually going through the process of, you know, painstakingly working on leveling the Tenora and the Machete right now. But soloing, you're only getting credit on weapons you're using. Typically, there's some weird bleed over in some stuff, but it's hard to track. And I am not going to try and kill these guys by plinking them down slowly at the Tenora Prime. That is just not going to be a very good use of our time. We'll just finish leveling that off in some multiplayer stuff, but we're not live into full multiplayer with the Railjack because I don't want to drag other people through Railjack side objectives, not randos. Friend, sure, randos, no. Sure, I should be set on friends only, although I don't know that you'll be able to join this one because we're partway through objectives. And it can be a little weird about that. There's all kinds of I would like to be farming X, like way out in the deep end of this stuff. Like, I'd still like to get my ambassador reprint at some point. But it's currently set in a C rotation reward on a survival out in Railjack stuff, which means that you have to do all of the outdoor Railjack fight, and then a 20-minute survival fight inside to have a chance of the drop.
Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Yeah. Although I still think that the defection mission for the one Harrow piece is probably the worst grind so far. Although I'm reasonable. Am I done? Okay, yes, good.
No muss, no fuss. Tagging vessel for salvage.
Okay, I'm going to drop back to the dojo real quick and switch some gear. Yeah, Koro was also... Nidus I haven't finished. It's on my list, and it's not even bad right now. Just, you know, since they integrated all of the console play into the PC play, you can pretty much click any mission and get a full group.
Kill confirmed.
Alright, dump our scrap. Because none of this is as good as anything we're actually running. Let's get out of the Banshee and maybe switch up to something with just a little more oomph to it. There's a definite argument if I'm leveling a Tenora for running an Octavia, because it's her gun anyway and there's a bonus for it, but I can't remember for the life of me what that bonus is, and right now I don't actually care. My big go-tos for what I keep going back to lately have been both Harrow and Mirage. And then we have finally finished maxing out the Void Rig. So it's time to switch out to the Bone Widow, which has different abilities and the Great Big Stupid Shield and startlingly little room in its current upgrade list. Yeah, I have been very busy. I have also been busy on weapons collecting lately, because I've got 6 Kuva weapons in primaries. Well, I'm counting tenant weapons too, that all need leveled. I've got the Seer that I just finished leveling. No other Kuva or tenant ones in there. So, you know, yeah, okay, I've got a whole lot of them sitting in the background somewhere, but I'm going to end up using them. And just while we're sitting here on the configuration stuff, take a quick gander at the crew. And Probate, do you have any gunnery at all? 2. Yeah, that's not really good enough. Literally the only thing he's any good at is piloting. Good news, Dragon House. Great to hear. Yeah, I am kind of at the point of not even liking this dude. So we can unequip him for a minute. Crew contracts. That's done. I did not know those contracts. Oh no, that's how long I've had them, not how long they have. Alright. Undo our pilot. Which means I need to go to all of this and think real hard about what I've done. Because that means I need to think about going to very piloty. Yeah. I will look at this later. I'm not going to mess with mods in too much detail on stream. My brain will melt. But it means we need to pop over to... go have a chat with Ticker. So yeah, I've maybe been in there a while when we have this ridiculous stack of stuff.
Dano, hurry!
Why are you just getting to me with my daily login 2.5 hours after? Yeah, because I already did that. Okay, whatever.
Till then.
Goodness. Pardon me, I'm just going to be hero buddies with this guy. Mostly it amused me because I realized we were wearing the same hero helmet. Alright. Up. There's Ticker. Alright.
A second. I don't think much of myself, if I'm honest. Work must have meaning, Stardust. And what is more meaningful than helping one another?
Gunnery, 2 gunnery. Yeah, naturally the guy with 5 gunnery is the Red Veil dude who I can't afford. Also, I don't actually like the Red Veil, so moving on. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to go short a while because Ticker doesn't have anyone I can hire and would want to today. Oh, goodness. I'm genuinely saddened by how useless Adept Belly here is. Wonderful in the engineer role, which is not what I need. Also, I'm amused by lives on bread and water, bread on fermented Hofka, fasts on bread and water. So you change up what you drink when you're fasting, that's it?
I'll let them down easy. You know where to find me.
Alright, Thalor, I think it's going to boot you if I go up to the ship. I seem to remember that being how that works. We'll catch that as we get up here. And then let's knock out that last railjack mission. Quick. Ah! Well, I haven't seen you in a while. Also, it's a little funny that you're being the operator when I'm the drifter right now. Yeah. So what I'm looking for is the last piece of the Nautilus here. Because, literally the only piece of the Nautilus I don't have done is the Cerebrum. And it's just one of those 1 in X drop problems. We need Star, Crimson, Eshar Devar, and Marquis Veritas. Okay. Done. Dang it. Those. This is one of those things where I bought some things and then lost track of it. We're doing those. Eshar Devar is the
not a
last.
number. Did the operator enjoy this criticism?
Alright. Just get those rolling ore out. And then back to the mines. Goodness.
Command ship in sector depopulated.
And yeah, that just goes right back to everything about the man in the wall is a little terrifying.
Looks like the Corpus have an ice mine in this sector.
Railjack is within range. Blast it to fragments.
Dropping Tenno out of airlock. You are in. Eyes open.
Harrow, still a support frame, but the style is very
To
different.
salvage the remains.
Disable priority targets prior to boarding the capital ship.
Also, on that note, let's maybe thurible up to something a little more reasonable. How about 25 a kill?
I want boots on the deck.
There's a mission type right now where there's an AoE effect that can juice your power ability, your ability effects. And I managed to get Harrow sitting up to return 75 energy per kill for everyone in aura around him. which was all suitably ridiculous. Whoop.
Intruder alert. Full squad. Small arms. I want those amateurs off my ship.
They're already dead.
Torpedoes locked.
He didn't even finish
Target
get to finish
Firing.
griping about them. Alright, we got a node and a cruise ship.
Eliminated. Ship secured.
Where's
Back
the
to work.
node? Come on, tag the shield. Gotcha. Oh, you're in the gun. There we go. Alright, and now we just need to find our node.
Let's soften them up. Torpedoes. Fire at will.
There we go.
Marines to cruise ship hangar bay on the double. Immediate launch.
Alert. Enemy cruise ship has translated into the sector.
And all aboard.
Proceed to your primary objective. This is not a drill.
Yeah, there's a point in the quest sequence where the visitations are a whole lot more frequent. I don't think I'd seen them since I actually
Lotus
started
on
playing
the
again.
line. Handing off. Crew. Good luck.
Let's pull this clear up to something
Eliminate all
completely
corpus threats.
unreasonable. How about 60 energy per? Energy per is about the point where you start hitting the invincibility button and cooldown.
Tenno have somehow been allowed to board us. Unacceptable. Wipe them out.
Portable is still running. Why did I not get my energy? Thank you. Say what you will about the absolute terribleness of this machete, and it's terrible by default. The machete stances are awful. It at least does loads of damage. I mean, okay, I could take a maxed out weapon and certainly furnish it with a better build than I have. But you know, as leveling weapons go, it's a bit of alright. And oh, alright. This way it says. Although you have to go digging in the backstory for the definitive horrible encounters with Void beings bits, because those are all the Albrecht and Trotty talking about them stuff. Corpus ships really take the iconography to this whole new level.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
What's in this room? Railguns. 40-foot-tall heroic statue of Parvos. Why is that with the railguns? Because otherwise who would bless our fire? Just a little what? Old Nemesis, we meet again. That man was really just shot for laughs. We didn't need him.
Notifying scavenger crews. The locals send their
There we go.
thanks.
To quote another, virtue, integrity, and courage are my priorities. I can be approached.
There
but
is
never
our cerebrum.
befriended, but never coerced. Killed, but never shamed. Here's to you, dreamers.
Apparently what I need to do is get you involved in this earlier. Alright, let's go get that cooking, and then see what Nightwave comes up with as a replacement. Although I'm particularly glad of the timing on that being at the end of the railjack stuff I was doing. I don't know what I'd have been doing in there at the beginning.
He flew well.
Yeah, back up
We used to pass the time
to...
sniffing spent ammo casings. Sometimes I'll decap around just to get a whiff of musky Vortite base with sharp libido notes and a toasty magnesium finish. I'm kidding, we never had fun.
That was weird, and then it got weirder at the end. They say some very strange things. This is why we aren't letting the Red Veil guys on the ship. They're weirder. So they're going, what did I have cooking? Oh, right, I had Jim's cooking. This makes me so happy because it's the last Mag Prime piece I need. And I finally have Hildren cooking. I spent way longer than I'd like to admit farming that boss fight the other night. Start Nautilus. Start our Tazikor. Start the Volcax. And once the Star Crimson finishes in a minute. Okay, once the Star Crimson finishes in 20 seconds, I guess we can wait that out. While we're waiting that out,
Shall we?
Nightwave replaced that with Syndicate missions. Okay, those I do not want to do right now. Boo.
That's all from me.
There we go. Well, that can finish up tomorrow.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
Well, I don't know what I have left up now, so I think at this point it's down to, want to go looking at Duviri for a bit, because I haven't done much Duviri. Although I always seem to hit it during Envy. That really has me wondering about the rotation on that. Yeah, what I was hoping is that there was, like, a thing showing the rotation, but no. I finally figured out how some of the fighting worked in Duviri today, and it made me very happy to sort out. Yesterday? One of those. Anyway, I'm gonna click this and see if Thaler clicks in, because he didn't answer. Call that a yes. I suppose, admittedly, if I wanted direct answers, I could have gotten on comms or something, and I did not. Oh, well, yeah. No is the answer, apparently. Okay. In that case, I'm going to spin my intrinsics in and pop out. Intrinsics. 117 available, which means more opportunity. Yes, please. Because I discovered at the top end of the opportunity chain is occasionally you get to play something else as a bonus as one of your warframes, and that sounds funny. I have a suspicion about the else, but if Thaler cannot play that, then we'll pop out to the Orbiter. Yeah, Monolos hasn't finished it either, so haven't gotten a chance to go, like, do the chill explore with friends thing yet. I've just been playing it with randos, which is a very different experience. Because someone is always in a hurry for a start. Alright. Oh, boo. Yeah, it is definitely running a little hot on Warframe's settings. It could definitely use some tuning and some optimizing. I know they're like trying to get up to a higher level of not supporting this and that now, but they might have overshot it a tiny bit. Well, failing that, I am perfectly happy to pop this back over to public and just go Fisher grinding for a little bit, because I've got any number of things I would love to see. Which makes me think, which one was the important one today? It's probably the Oberon piece. So, I know I don't have any of the relics that have it, but the question is, what of these is not vaulted right now? And of course it doesn't say here, that'd be way too easy.
Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, I'm missing just the Neuros. And I know one of these is not vaulted right now, but it doesn't actually say in this tab, which is really annoying. Very nice, Dragon House. I've been going through, like, trying to come up with the mental list of what primes are out that I still don't have. And I keep, like, getting tangled up in it somewhere. Like, I know Revenant's out because I picked up a piece of it today. Volt might be the only one that there's a prime out of that I know I haven't found any pieces of. Yeah, Hildren and Baruch I've seen bits of. I have Korra. And I know either Hildren or Baruch is the new one. I think I have a piece of ash floating around. I know Ember Prime is a thing that exists. Same with Frost. I've actually got half a Frost floating around. But it's one of those things where I'm slowly catching up on having, like, most of the frames and most of the frames primed out, which is making me very happy. Dope. I just froze. Okay, there. Unfroze. Okay, neither the Tenora nor the Kreska finished, so yeah, that's just a good, like, throw my brain into a grind and call it good. Which really makes me wish there was an excavate up, because what I'd really like to do is do, like, hundreds of rounds of excavate, because I need so much cryotic. I was really laughing because I saw some folks talking back and forth about cryotic, because you have these people who've been playing for, you know, 6-7 years or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I just throw that shit away. And then, me, I'm looking at more than one 20,000 cryotic object going, well, I'd like to own that, but... yeah, Cyber and the Frost Steps Ephemera. Because I had to farm so hard for Hildren that I got both of the Ephemera, the Exploiter Orb drops, at 5% rates before seeing the last Hildren piece I needed. But Freezing Step has 20,000 cryotic as one of the entrance fees, and Shocking Step has 100,000 circuits as one of the entrance fees. And then there's Smoking Body with 25 Aurican cells as one of the entrance fees, and the Ash Systems as the other. Both of those may as well read, please bring the moon personally down and hand it to me. Also, I bought Ulrich's helmet earlier for a recipe. May as well get that done. Like, there's no end to the amount of cells I need. But, I have not been a very successful cell farm ever. I did, yeah. Hi. I put the announcement on in Discord a while ago, I think. I don't know. Really, I just put this together and rolled with it, and, you know, if people show up, then that's happy. I wanted to do mesos, but the only meso up is a rescue, and yuck. Oh, yeah, alright, that makes sense. No, I get it. I have a lot of people's stuff turned way down. Yeah, well, fine. I'll do mesos anyway. Pick whatever random thing we have more than 10 of. You'll do. It's not like I'm really looking at this right now. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where I was just farming and kind of having that night where I felt like being social and thought, I will just put the stream on. And we just finished one of my big grinds, in addition to finishing the 8 railjack missions I needed to finish, because the fourth piece of the pet I'd been grinding finally dropped. Yeah, I think the Railjack's a lot of fun too, but we finally fired the NPC pilot today because that guy was irritating me. So I just realized I never turned the lighting rig on, and I'm not sure it's going to matter much with the dark colors in this. No, I guess when we get into regular play, it softens up enough.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
Yeah,
A fissure.
McHappy Face was talking earlier, Dragon House, about
They're dropping reactant.
having
Use it to
some
crack open the relic.
crazy mailboxing
Don't
too.
forget the reactant. You need more to open
I imagine
that
that's
relic.
even worse for you.
Looks like heavy activity ahead. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
The Xmas Day didn't have the aura visible. So he surprised me by not being crowd controlled. Come back here, I'm trying to heal you. It's someone's pet, so it keeps leashing back into range of them. And since they apparently don't care if it bleeds out, that means that I'm trying to dive through a sealed window. That's not going to work. Really? Alright, fine. Whatever. I didn't want revive credit anyway, jerk.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
The fact that you have an Excalibur Prime puts you in a very strange and select club, because they don't give that one out anymore. They gave it out the once and never again.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage. Hurry up. You are running out of
That
time.
didn't get me in. There we go.
Thank you, Tenno.
Got him.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Oh, that way. Alright.
Most cunning founder, with my life I protect your sacred crown.
That did not work out so well for
Stay
that guy.
focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I can fight too. Give me a weapon.
No one's giving you a weapon because we're not staying here and fighting. We're ditching. I just built both the Nagantaka and the Ankyros Prime. Just finished leveling both of those things. So naturally I don't have pieces of them. I just use those. I love the random stats it shows as though they're particularly relevant. 30 crates opened. What did you do during that fight? I did a lot of looting. Alright. I was gonna say, see if our randos drop. Meanwhile, down to that random. That's over 10. I'm almost got all of my mesos back under 10. I get a lot of mesos. There was a big to-do about Wukong changing, and for the life of me, I don't remember it right now. But I know that previous Wukong was the go-to solo frame, and was a little too easy to solo in. And I remember something about Equinox being changed so you can't have the twin use a weapon that doesn't have ammo. Ah, okay. Yes. So it was the same as the Equinox change. And I think both of those things happened with the big ammunition change. Yeah, what it is each relic has 6 possible drops, 3 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare. And every relic that gets opened, a roll gets made. And then whichever drop of whoever's relic you select is the one you go home with.
Reactant to open relics. Use that reactant to open a relic. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open
and these tend to all be pieces of prime stuff, although there's a couple of other things you can pick up from relics, like, excuse me, forma blueprints. And
there's a heavy
in addition to being used for building those primes, they can also be traded out for Oregon ducats for the every 2-week vendor dude who shows up, who sells very expensive mods, among other things. Yes, they're worth doing with clubbies because it's much better to have the 4 men to give you more options and more roles. And a thing that goes on if you're doing the thing where you're like scouring the recruiting channel looking for this one specific drop,
finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Is you get like 2 or 3 of the relic that has the drop you want, and then go for a team where all of you have opened the relic up to the maximum chance of getting the good drop, and all go together using that exact relic.
You are approaching the holding area.
Which is called
Careful.
rad sharing, short for radiant share.
They will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. The captive will be in one of these cells. Search them.
Well, now I feel silly. I went up top to get unlocking stuff done, and everyone just went right through the front.
The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Did you guys not turn off the grate? Apparently no. There we go.
Thank you, Tenno.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Your crowns are safe in my grasp, oh father.
And I've picked up about as many exactly the thing I was hoping to find by just randomly doing loads and loads of these with randos as I have by intentionally getting together and radiant sharing out things with exactly the right relics and yabbity yabbity. But that's another definite case of trading time for...
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I have that. So I think I'll take the Nagantaka. Since I don't have one of them right now. There's also a whole trading economy of prime parts that have, like, variously assessed values in platinum, that there's a whole market site that tracks all of this stuff and yabbity yabbity yabbity, and that's way more time than I've invested in it, to put it mildly. One of these days I may look at it, but it will be in some future. I was gonna say, do I have a Phantasma? I know I don't have the Prime, but I apparently have that receiver. Just one of those things where that being a singleton stuck out and made me go, what's in that one? Why do I only have one of it? Blink, blink. I'm not sure what happened there. Somebody started it, and then somebody else stopped it and left. And now I don't even see the mission. Alright.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun?
There we go. Oh, I don't see the mission because it's hiding under the Kuva fort. But yeah, if you're not going for something very specific, I find it's always better to just run these with puppies just because, you know, maybe the slot machine will happen to drop something wild. Which is why, for example, I even have the Helios Prime floating over my head, because it certainly has not been back out of the Prime Vault that I remember at any point that I've been playing.
We're near a fissure.
But, you know, accounts of differing ages might have older relics floating around.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here. Use that
I've got 3 pieces of Valkyr that way, too, which I don't think has been out of the Prime Vault. Although it may have been on one of these, because they have been doing this little 2-week Prime Vault-y thing
There's
here
a
and
heavy
there.
unit approaching. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
For which I think Rhino and Mag are out right now.
Keep searching.
There's the Tenora done. That thing's getting a little more authoritative as it levels too. Probably needs remodded if I'm serious about using it, but I'm not very. The Tenora, when it comes down to it, is a perfectly serviceable and bland assault rifle that is very slightly better when Octavia is using it. And if Octavia is running around shooting people, something is already very weird.
Area. Careful. If the Wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. The hostage is almost out of time.
Because
Hurry.
her powers are kind of amazing at just deleting
The
entire
captive will
rooms.
be in one of these cells. Search them. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's go home.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
Also, that kind of thing where you just keyhole jump through little tight spaces is so satisfying when you pull it off. And if you don't pull it off, you bounce off like an idiot, and it looks great. Satisfying in an entirely different way. None of this is the amazing bit. That's alright, we'll grab a second Garuda blueprint. We can drop that on Barrack when he turns up. Oh. But yeah, I'm constantly leveling weapons because I'm getting closer and closer over time toward that Mastery rank 30, and I can hear it calling me, you know? Halfway through 25, and we hit 25 on stream a couple days ago, so... Yeah, do I want to find out how bad this kit gun is right now? No, I do not. Let's grab the Ogress.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
How does this have a 50 capacity? Because it has a catalyst. I don't remember putting a catalyst in this Ogress, but okay. Just go with that. It'll be funny.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Now wondering where I picked up an Ogress that happened to come with a pre-installed Oregon upgrade. Not something I would have done on purpose, because I don't need that. I have the Kuva Ogress already. This is literally just a throwaway gun for leveling for mastery experience.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You're near a fissure. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a
Okay,
relic.
that works a little different on
The
the trigger
reactant is
than the
working
Kuva
on your
one.
relic. Find more. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I mean, I'll work with it.
Walkers incoming. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
but it's a hold and lock trigger before firing, and then let go before firing.
That's it.
It is really strange sometimes how many different trigger styles there are on weapons in this game. Like, you got the Tigress with that dual phase trigger. You've got a lot of weapons that, click and hold,
You are approaching
click
the holding
once
area.
and single
Careful.
shot,
If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate
whole semi-auto
an
click for every
execution
shot
sequence.
thing. They just definitely seem to have played with all of the options at some point.
The bypass is done. Go.
Whoop. We missed our foothold there.
The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Yo.
I thought I was gonna die in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Apparently I'm just bad at maneuvering
Subject
right now.
found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
But yeah, the Ogress is a rocket launcher with a napalm patch mod, which makes it very silly. But, incredibly
Stay
self-dangerous.
focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I don't have a Baruch piece yet, so we're definitely grabbing that. At least I don't have that Baruch piece yet. That's all good stuff. I was kind of hoping that we would just manage to snag the last 2 rare mods on my pick up 2 rare mods just while we're at this thing, and apparently not so much. So what we're really doing now is only like regularly grindy stuff with a little side of running levels on weapons. Not really in that do 3 or 4 things at once sort of neighborhood. I'd prefer to be in here, but whatever.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Use that reactant to open a relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you. Stay focused. There's a
Remember,
heavy unit
children, when
approaching.
playing the rocket launcher, blast
There's no
radius is
telling
not
what
your
the
friend.
captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
Not that this game has that kind of self-damage or team damage anymore. At least outside of really unusual circumstances. But
The
since I'm
relic has been
holding a
cracked
rocket
open.
ready to go,
Finish your mission to find out what's
it's just
inside.
one of those things where you've got to pay very close attention to where you're aiming. You don't want to sneeze and drop that thing on my boots. Fortunately, the actual radius is
You are
very low,
approaching
but
the
we just caught
holding
ourselves in
area.
it there,
Careful.
for example.
If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry. We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
Also, phrases that just do not go together. Tactical stealth rocket launcher. Because we just had a bit where we were firing it from cloak.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Okay, rocketing the slow guy is probably an inappropriate response to his being a little slower, but funny. But yeah, you always have 1,000,001 Lithium Meso relics, because they're the more common ones, so it means that they're very good for just kind of throw out quick and easy missions repeatedly for hope you get luckies and for just spam out loot missions. I don't know anyone who's cleared out all of their relics. Not once they start rolling in.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? A Fisher. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Use that reactant to open a relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Find the captive.
Is
as
rocket
soon as
launching
you
a
can.
camera a
don't
sign that we
have
need
much
anger
time.
management?
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Yeah. This game is really very good for the highly quotable maxims of effective mercenaries stuff.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
Yorgis is much better for self-leveling purposes than the poor Tenora was. Although we're also punching rather quite a bit down from where we were with the Tenora earlier.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Well, these are terrible. Lex is slightly more reckless. Also, not the first time I've heard an Octavia this week and gone, should I know that song? I don't know in this case. The other day I was doing one of these ones and I'm kind of half listening to the Octavia going, I know that song, what is that song? And it turned out it was Pumped Up Kicks, which is quite possibly the most on-point song I've ever heard of Warframe playing. I really would have liked this to be running anything except Rescue for Mesos. Oh well. It's a mystery to me that he's showing a relic, which means he's selected one, but we haven't started a mission.
Do you remember the old war, Operator? Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Oh, there he goes. Generally speaking, I don't spend a lot of time bothering randos if they just hang out in the squad afterward, but once in a while it's one of those. There's no good tool for just booting people. So it's break up the squad, reform the squad, do your mission.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. There are void fissures in the area.
This is
Use
one of
these
the
to
very
crack open a
small
relic.
things about this game that I feel like might be actively
You're
unconscionable.
near a fissure.
There needs to be a thing for, look, this dude needs to be out of my mission now.
The enemies are dropping reactant. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Most of the time it doesn't matter, but there's
Stay
definitely
focused.
circumstances
There's a
where
heavy
someone
unit
can screw
approaching.
you up in a mission and it
We
sucks.
can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
Wait a minute.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
It felt like I heard one of those "there's a loot here" noises. But I'm not hearing it now, so I don't know.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Also, I don't know how many hero pieces we've come across there tonight for that chassis, but it is a non-trivial number.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
Hey, there's a mod.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look
If we can get the
inside.
second one in this level, we'll be done. I hope we do when we're on our way out. Yeah, not so much. Yeah, that's not difficult. I was really hoping because a new fissure opened up, but it's opened up a third Requiem, which is just rude. We do not need 3 open Requiems, that is excessive. Earth 2, Captain Cosmic.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
Yeah, naturally he's one of those Garudas who is covered in all of the blood. After a minute or so of waiting, just, you know, tap the button. Make sure he's paying attention. He is not paying attention. Okay, well, I'm willing to hit the start button and see if he pays attention to that. Hey, he did.
There is a prisoner here that
Yeah.
is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
And we got a Volt and Amnesia. We've got a definite gotta go
You're near
fast
a
vibe
fissure.
going on here. We just need a
Use that
Gauss to go with
reactant
them.
to open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Oh, hey, we have a
Stay
Gauss to
focused.
go with them.
There's a
Okay.
heavy unit approaching. Find the
I didn't see what you were running.
You can. We don't have much time.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'll be back here on Harrow going, wait for me, all of you people. Oh.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
Thank you, Tenno.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
Dang it. Keep me moving in the direction I was traveling. This is not a tough choice either. This is definitely Mofona. I didn't even like the anchor roast the first time. I certainly don't want more. There have been a couple of those weapons where I didn't like the first one, and then I keep getting new versions of it and going, no, this is no better. The Firax is definitely in that list. Because I ended up with a Furax and a Furax Prime and a Furax Wraith and, I don't know, a Prisma Furax or a Furax Dark or Crystal Gravy Furax. I don't even know. So many. Yes, it could happen. It'll probably happen.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. Void Fishers, you need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You're near a fissure. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching. We've got robots inbound.
It's a Corpus ship. It'd be weirder if we didn't have robots inbound.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
That also
That's
just
it.
goes on
You
that
opened
list
the
of things
relic.
that should definitely
Finish
make
your
a body
mission and
go,
we'll take
are
a
we the
look inside.
baddies? Your prison has an
Bypass complete.
execution sequence.
You may proceed. We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
In case of jailbreak, press this button that magically makes the prisoners go away.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Don't suppose you have an extra gun?
I mean, really though, I suppose as like psychotic corporations go, the Corpus could like not merely nicely fit into the cyberpunk type background, but like teach those guys lessons, set some standards for them, you know. They're not great people, is all I'm saying. Yeah. And I've definitely seen hypothetical circumstances out of stories where I find myself going, yeah, okay, those guys can't be allowed out, you know. But yeah, definitely there's some percentage points there somewhere. I do not want to be a little zonky this early. This is too early for me to be tired. I'll wake up at 2 in the morning and then be miserable all week.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location. There are void fissures in the area.
Mouse sensitivity
Use
might be a
these to
little high
crack
there.
open a relic.
Bump the mouse and suddenly we're staring at the ceiling.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. The enemies are dropping reactant. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Looks like heavy activity ahead.
Like, some days I'm really glad that, like, all of the tutorial
Stay
stuff is
focused.
in there
There's a
for
heavy
like
unit
new
approaching.
players who don't know what they're
There's
doing.
no telling what the captors are
And then
doing to our
sometimes I
rescue
find
target.
myself
You need to
going,
find
Lotus,
the holding cell immediately.
this is not my 105th rodeo. This is not my not even slightly a tutorial I need on this anymore. Hey, there's our 8th Raymond.
You gotta mean it.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
But it's just a little unfortunate that in some cases you get some
Bypass
definite bits and
complete.
pieces
You
where
may
you're like,
proceed.
so I've heard that a few times today.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's
Hey
go
there, Violet
home.
Noble. Thank you very much for your follow. Glad you're
Subject
enjoying
found.
things.
You need to bring the captive to safety.
Feel free to
Protect
keep
them
lurking
at
if
all
you're lurking.
costs.
But thank you so much.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
I can fight too. Give me a weapon.
Just turn and fire at something vaguely yellow. It's another player.
Ah, they've got me. Tenno, help.
Get up. This is why no one gives you a gun, because you'll be tempted to stand in the middle of things. Oh, they're done. Okay. Oh, none of this. 15, 15, 15, 15. Okay. The Burston's the one I'll remember I have a bunch of, so I'll just grab a second one. Decision processes in rapid fast forward. Okay, did that one replace? No. But we hit Nightwave 15. Again, pretty good considering I was at Nightwave like 1 earlier. Been very pushy on grabbing whatever it hands me for recovered weeklies.
It's time for Nora to say goodnight.
Oh goodness. Alright, yeah, whatever was holding me up right now really isn't suddenly, and I'm running out of energy bad. So I think I'm going to just real quick double check on our progress. That's looking good. Call it good for the moment, and folks, I'm going to go ahead and drop the cam here and be done for the night. Just a little bonus stream. Glad to see you, and we'll be back tomorrow night with more of our Star Wars run. Look forward to it. See you then.